Happy Friday, everyone. We have made it to Friday. Sammy Kincaid with Deputy Chief Tyler Chandler and Investigative Analyst Taylor Givens. You can see Rich Frankage is not here with us. Wow, I got tongue-tied just then, you guys. Wow, that was rough. But he is at home sick right now. But we do want to give him a thank you for sending us crumble cookies. Even though he's at home, sent us cookies, and he still
Yeah.
did all the work to make sure we had the info for today. So that's pretty
He
incredible.
usually makes sure that we have our snacks on Friday. So thank you, Rich, for sending us those. I probably had, I don't know, 3 halves of and we get that joke.
No, so we really appreciate him making sure we were still taken care of with our goodies on Friday. But DC, you want to start things out with some numbers on the police side of things?
Yeah. So I have Rich's weekly report data. He did send this to us. So, Rich, again, thank you for getting us the data while you're sitting at home. But I'm sure you're bored because normally it's hard for you to sit at home. But anyway, police calls for service, we had 900, fire department just 72. Crime reports, out of all those calls for service, just 19, meaning there was 19 crimes that had to be reported. 103 people were arrested. That's mainly related to all the proactive enforcement that our police officers do. And you can see that through their traffic stops, 490, but only 189 citations were issued, with 27 non-injury crashes and 4 injury crashes. And for crime reports, how that was broke down, there are 4 family disturbances, 4 for the stolen vehicles. There are 3 cars and 1 camper, 3 property damage and 3 fraud, 3 thefts, and 2 harassment. So nothing super serious on there. A lot of the stolen vehicle crime reports you see are what we recover from other agencies related to the Guardian Shield system or whatever, or the proactivity our officers engage in. Arrest charges 24, driving on suspended, revoked 17, warrants. You notice 2 different stops yesterday. We had one yesterday and then one the night before, where just off a simple traffic stop, one was for a registration violation, some serious warrants from 2 different counties. And then last night, traffic stop for speeding led to 2 wanted fugitives, one out of Georgia and one out of Memphis, for some serious charges. And just again, we have to stay proactive in this community to ensure that it stays as safe as possible. 14 simple possession of drugs and 8 without driving without a license, 5 DUIs. That's normally not quite as high. So please be careful if you do engage in drinking or partying or have a drink at dinner. Do not drive home. There's plenty of other options, whether it's a sober friend, a ride share like Uber or Lyft, or even a taxi. We want you to get home safe. We don't want you to hurt you or someone else. And you don't want to go to jail either. And of course, all those 5 people went to jail. There are serious charges and serious consequences for driving while under the influence. You see some other charges there related to shoplifting, possession of drug paraphernalia, move over law, criminal impersonation, unlawful weapon possession, and theft. On the neighborhood school zone traffic enforcement efforts, they hit all the school zones, but some specific neighborhoods that our community engagement team has been focusing on is places like Willoughby Station, Davis Drive, Park Glen, Kilkenny Way, Dunwood Loop, and Nicholsville neighborhoods. We do a little bit extra beyond the normal traffic enforcement for neighborhoods, and we have a special team that dedicates themselves to those different areas, which is related to requests that come into our office with speeding issues from residents, or we do a traffic study out there with our speed study radar devices to determine if there's actually a speeding problem or not. And if we notice a need to control that speed, we do place this on our focused enforcement list, and then they get special attention by our community engagement team to try to make it a little bit safer out there on our neighborhood streets. And with Guardian Shield, it's funny that we talk about Guardian Shield because our officers are on a stop right now related to a stolen car out of Gallatin that they've stopped on Interstate 40. So it happens in the moment. That's why we were a little bit late going live. We were all listening to be sure that didn't develop into something worse. But thankfully, the car did pull over on the interstate, and they've made a stop. And we've got an update that they've cleared the car. And so they're investigating those circumstances. But since the system's been in place, 174 stolen cars, 70 stolen plates, 117 wanted people recovered, and many other things as well, but over 540 elements related to the Guardian Shield system, which is our automated license plate reader program. And Taylor has some good stuff about lock it or lose it.
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of talk about locking it or losing it. So, um, always keep your valuables out of sight in the trunk. I know Deputy Chief Chandler mentions that he has a box that he secures his gun in his personal vehicle. So that's a really great example of if you want to keep an item in the car, keep a lock safe box or keep those items in the trunk to where if someone were to look in your vehicle, they're not going to see anything like that. Never leave valuables in unattended vehicles. Don't leave laptops and phones and electronics and cameras and things like that where someone could look in your vehicle and see that that's in there, because that makes you a target. They're going to, open the door, try to break the window to get those items out. I know this might seem like common sense, but you'd be surprised at the number of individuals that forget to lock their vehicle. So always, always lock your vehicle. The amount of stolen vehicles that are stolen with the keys inside and the vehicle left unlocked is just, astronomical. There's tons of them right now. And these criminals will just pull on door handles and look for those vehicles that have keys left in it, jump in, and they'll take off with it. A good thing that you can do is to put an air tag or a tracking device in your vehicle. I know the newer vehicles have, you can connect to the apps and you can kind of see where your vehicle is if it were to get stolen, if you kind of pay that subscription fee. But air tags are about, I think they're between $25 and $30. It's really easy to just throw one of those in your glove box or somewhere kind of discreet, so that if something were to happen to your vehicle, and there were signals around that air tag could hit off of, that you would be able to track it and law enforcement could assist in recovering that vehicle. Always notify the police if there's any suspicious activity. And then a few targeted areas are daycare drop-offs. You pull up, you leave your car running, you leave your keys in your vehicle, and you go take your kid in, and it could take you a few minutes to drop your child off. And these criminals know that. So that's a targeted place that they like to look for. Gyms, parks, hotel, parking lots, places that they think, people are likely to leave their keys in their vehicle or even valuable items. So I say all of this to say we've had vehicles in our city here in the past week that have been stolen. So it's very relevant to the city. I know we've talked about this before, but more oftentimes than not, it's these criminals coming from other cities, oftentimes Nashville, and they're coming into our city to commit these crimes. So while Mount Juliet is a super safe area and, our officers are very proactive, a lot of these criminals are coming from other cities to target our area. So always just be vigilant of your surroundings, and always lock those items up in your vehicle or lock your vehicle just to ensure that you don't get your items stolen or your vehicle stolen.
Those are some great tips, Taylor. I love the putting the air tag in your car because it's so small. So they probably wouldn't see that air tag, but that air tag really does give such a precise location.
Right.
And thanks for hitting on about the guns as well. We got to secure guns in vehicles. Even with me, if I can't carry my gun in somewhere for some reason or I don't want to, in my car, I have a metal box that is then bolted in, and then it's secure with another locking mechanism, and you can't get my gun out. You would have to totally somehow figure out and cause my vehicle a lot of damage to get that box out, to take that gun inside. And thieves aren't going to take that amount of time to do that. Plus, it would draw a lot of attention to them if they're trying to get that box out of my car. So they're not going to take that risk. So keep your stuff locked up. You definitely don't want it in plain view, and we have to keep those guns out of the wrong people's hands. And when those criminals steal those guns are then used in other crimes. I was looking at recent numbers, and we had a juvenile who had a gun on them. I think he was 14, maybe 15. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he had a handgun on him from a vehicle burglary out of Nashville. And they happened to be in our community. They were at one of our gas stations, and he was in possession of that. And 14, 15-year-olds don't need to be running around with stolen handguns. That's terrifying. It really is. And, you need to know those guns can be used in other serious crimes.
Mm-hmm. And one thing I wanted to mention as well is oftentimes if we do recover your vehicle, that vehicle is absolutely destroyed. The steering column is oftentimes torn off because that's how they're a lot of times able to get in there and get it started, and it's just destroyed. So, even though you get that vehicle back, it's not going to be in the same state that you that it was left in. So I just wanted to kind of remind people that even if we do recover your vehicle, it's probably not going to be in good condition. So just please lock your vehicles.
Great message.
Awesome.
Something that is also great that I think a lot of people are going to want to hear about. We've got some winners to pick today, you guys. Are you ready to pick some winners?
Let's do it.
So we have 2 giveaways to do today. The first one that we'll do is for the people that have filled out the census. So if you've filled out the census, you are eligible today for a $200 gift card to Publix.
Woo.
That is a nice little, at least a couple weeks of groceries in my house. So that's really nice.
Yeah, 200 is a lot of money.
So,
That is a lot of money. This might be the best gift card yet.
yeah.
Right? Close. Yeah, I think it is.
Ryan Chandler's already on it. He already knows where I was going with this next. I was going to say pick a number 1 to 10,577. We'll do the next number because we didn't announce the number yet. So next number 1 to 10,577.
Ooh.
A 1.
Number 1.
Okay. They deserve though.
That's what I was about to say. If they're the first person to fill it out, they deserve to win something.
Yeah, they deserve. Here we go. I clicked on. There's a lot of numbers coming in. So let's give Connor Moore a call with City GIS and let's see who number 1 is.
Yeah.
We just got a gift card.
Definitely someone that works for the city.
You're probably right.
May not.
Connor, I'm sure is watching this and checking it now. I'm worried. I'm thinking, I hope it's not me. Because when they were announcing it at the city, I logged on that website and got my household registered. But let's see. Call Connor and see who number 1 is. It's probably Kenny Martin or James Manis, the mayor. Ray Justice, one of our city commissioners.
Hi, Tyler.
Hey, Connor. We're curious who number 1 is.
Well, unfortunately, I was chuckling a little bit whenever you guys said number 1 because that would be our IT director, Mr. Travis Taylor.
Okay, so
we can choose that.
We can't choose that. So number 1, city employee. All right, we'll go to the next on the list, and I guess Eileen Reisman, 36.
36. Okay. That would be Lewis M.
Lewis M. Okay. I don't think that's not a city
Awesome.
employee. So Lewis M., if you're watching or you know a Lewis M., what is it? 200 to Publix, right?
$200 gift card to Publix.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Fantastic.
That's very good.
You can go pick that up at City Hall.
Okay. Well, Connor, thanks so much.
No problem at all.
Okay.
Have a
See
good
you
one.
later. Yeah. This is why it's so important to me to register for the census, because you could be eligible for a $200 gift card, right? And many gift cards given throughout the week. And the census just goes to help fund all the different services the city provides. And it's really free money from the state shared revenue that the city gets by just giving your name that you live at a certain address. And that's nothing super intrusive by any means. And I've heard there's some people just sending our census workers away and using foul language and all kinds of things. And that just breaks your heart because we're just trying to get more funding in to better serve this community. And it's not being done in a nefarious way or to cause harm or anything like that. And Taylor, you're the investigative analyst, and we're provided with all different systems for open source information, meaning that it's where people have publicly put out information about themselves online. And if you have a cell phone, if you have the internet, if you, purchase a vehicle, all that information's out. Yeah, all that information's out there. And but through the census process, it just doesn't allow us to capture that. We have to go to the different addresses and just verify how many people are in that home. And but it's out there. Unless you're living completely off the grid for years in the middle of nowhere, your information's out there. So there's really no reason to worry about giving your name to a city employee that you live there. So the city can then get, was it $172 a year?
$172 a person.
A person a year, right?
Yeah.
Which is tremendous for what the city provides, because our city provides a heck of a lot of services for the amount of taxes that we have, because we're one of the lowest cities with property tax, and we have to provide services to you. We never want to have to raise taxes. This is an easy way to keep taxes low, where it's not coming out of your pocket. It's already coming out of state shared revenue pockets and coming to the city. So if you haven't, please just get on mjcensus.org and register. If you have any concerns about any privacy related issues, call me, come see me at the office here at headquarters. I'll be glad to break it down with you so you don't have that concern. And we can even show you where all the information goes and how that's reported to the state and the feds to ensure we account for all the citizens that we serve in our community.
And I found something out today. I learned something. Jennifer Hamlin, she came by, as you know, and I learned something today. I thought the census was only for if you owned the home, you gave your name and your address, but it's even for people that are renting. And so she dropped off a few numbers so we could have a contest. We can check back in with these numbers next week, but we're able to see at different apartment complexes and different neighborhoods the percentage of people that have filled out the census. And so we'll see who's in the lead this week, and then we'll see who's in the lead next week. But for apartments, right now, leading at 96.5%. That's impressive, is Willow Creek. They are leading. But you have Cedar Creek Apartments at 75.5% completed, Creekside of Providence at 53%. But then you got Bexley Apartments at 38%. Meridian Apartments at 27%. Enclave is at 14%. Forest View at 22% completed. Stoner Creek Apartments at 29% completed. Deerfield is at 52%. LC Providence at 51%. Providence Aventura is at 56%. Glass Creek, I don't think I said Glass Creek yet, at 48%. So you have quite a few apartments that have some lower numbers and can definitely get those numbers up. But we also have some numbers on some neighborhoods. Groves Reserve at 98% complete right now. So you're almost at 100. So go talk to your neighbors. Make sure that they're reporting who all is living at their house so we can get you guys at 100%. But the cottages at Providence at 91%. Cedar Creek Commons at 88%. Jackson Hills is at 87% completion rate. And Denny Hills, Hillview Heights is at 86%. And Woodland Place at 84%. Those are the top neighborhoods right now. So you're getting close to that 100%. And if you didn't hear your neighborhood called, make sure you fill it out. So next week, maybe you can be up towards that top, and we'll see what neighborhood and what apartment complexes really put forth a push this week to get the census filled out.
Yeah, those are good numbers, and you can see it's interesting to me how it was all spread out with the city. A lot of our newer apartments have lower percentages, and it seems like our more established apartments have higher percentages and stuff like that. So if you haven't, just fill out the census. It's all good. And we can ensure that your name is accounted for so we can get money to provide back to you in our services that we provide.
Absolutely. So congrats again to the winner of filling out the census. Again, just your name and your address. But we have a second winner to announce, and this is for somebody that was shopping local. And we talked about it last week about shopping local, and we made a graphic that we posted on a photo that we made that we posted on Facebook. And if you went and shopped local and held up that photo at the checkout and then commented on that post with your photo, then you were entered in to win. It's about $200 worth of stuff in this gift basket. If you look at the comments, it has photos of everything that is included in the basket. But really a lot of local businesses are represented in it. So it's pretty exciting for whoever will get to win this one. But I have this bowl right here of all the names that commented a photo, and I am going to choose. Not looking. Where's Jake? Where's the music, Jake? Too slow.
We have to wake him up. There you go.
Where'd Jake go? Roseanne McNeil Bruce. So congratulations to Miss Roseanne Bruce. She posted at Sisters Whimsy. So thank you so much for shopping local and supporting the local businesses. That's big time. Congrats. That is there's so much stuff included in that basket, you guys. I'm a little jealous.
What was her name again? I missed it.
Roseanne Bruce.
Roseanne Bruce, and she got an awesome gift basket.
Yes.
That's cool.
No, so exciting.
How does she get it?
She can go to City Hall. Jennifer Hamlin has it at City Hall. So
cool. So 8 to 5, I guess Monday through Friday. Stop by City Hall.
Yes, congratulations.
Awesome. That was fun.
Yeah, that's all I had for the giveaways this week, you guys. Don't forget to shop local. We had several local businesses reach out this past week saying how appreciative they were and how they really have seen a lot more people coming in after the cold weather. It's been nice that it's warmed up a little bit. I know Jennifer just said, yay, Rosie. That's why I was having a hard time saying her name at first, because I actually grew up with her daughters. So I wanted to say Miss Rosie won. That was a good surprise.
Now everyone's going to think it was rigged.
No, you saw the.
Yeah, I see it.
But I was looking away.
Yeah, there's probably 50 names of Roseanne Covington Bruce.
And I did not make this. I also did not make this. You saw Jennifer.
Is that a dog bowl?
Dropped it off.
Is that a dog water bowl?
That's a great question. No, it's not. Jennifer dropped off the bowl.
I gotcha. It's not. All right.
Very grateful that Jennifer got it all ready for us.
I thought you stole like K9 Citron's water bowl from our kitchen.
I do like spending time with Citron.
Yeah, you're cool though.
Yeah.
All right. Too fun. Guess questions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have a question for us, anything city stuff, police stuff, please just type that in the comments. We'll be glad to get to it.
If you ask us a good question, the city will give you $1 million.
Y'all really need to
make those promises, Taylor.
Away that much money.
I saw the one about the census numbers for Del Webb. I do not have the census numbers for Del Webb.
Okay. Good deal. Our mayor chiming in. He was not number one. He's probably number two.
I bet you were number two.
Yeah. Jennifer Hamlin says dude too. I'm thinking maybe she was number two.
And then our mayor said after Taylor, you said that you'll win $1 million. He said that was a joke.
Yeah. Yes, definitely a joke. That's that little emoji face of rolling around crying is probably what the mayor was doing when we said we were going to give away $1 million. So. Just a joke, folks.
Just a joke.
But if you do the census, you can get like $200 to Publix.
Yes, that is a
and
good
gift card. There's been $50 gift card giveaways to different restaurants, different businesses in our community. Our local businesses have really chipped in hard to push this as well.
Oh yeah, what would I just saw Jennifer's comment.
Yeah. What that want to win next week. So
yeah. What comment what you would like to win next week?
Yeah, Jennifer's the gift selector, right? Doesn't she go and get the gift cards for everyone? Yeah. Cool. Really don't see any much questions. You do have census people, city workers knocking on your door, and they're from many different departments, from our fire department, our public works teams, from our City Beautiful teams to our GIS and information technology teams, and all city employees citywide. They are going door to door, attempting to grab those names because it is so important. This is free state shared revenue that goes back to the city, and the only way to get more of it is for you to give your name to our census workers so it can be sent and you can be counted as being a resident of our community.
A gas gift card, that would be a good option.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
John Cody coming in with free gas. That's a good one. And then Karen begging as well. She knows how important it is, but fill out that census form. It helps Mount Juliet so much. Absolutely. Cool. I don't see.
Well, I think that's it. Not many questions today.
What do y'all?
Quite proud.
Well, we do appreciate all of you. There's Jake.
Hey, we forgot something.
What did we forget?
We got women's self-defense coming up this month.
Yes, registration's closed, but
Oh,
yeah, it
Too late.
starts very soon. But
Starts
registration
tomorrow.
is closed for that. They will be doing it again in 3 months.
Yes.
On the
So
women's
be sure to
self-defense website, get registered.
we'll be sure to post so you guys know when registration for the next class opens up. But good reminder that that class does start this month. And so I appreciate all of you. We all appreciate all of you watching, hanging out with us for this week's live update. And best of luck that you get to win the census next week. Go fill it out so you can win next week. But on behalf of everyone, bye, you guys.
We need to check on Rich.
We
I
do.
haven't seen any comments from him.
I know. I'm worried about him.
should we call him?
I don't know. I'll call him after this just to check on the guy, make sure he's all right.
He did send us cookies.
He did send us
So-
cookies. That's good. Maybe he sent himself some and is just in a sugar coma right now.
Awesome.
All right. Well, good deal. Rich, we missed you.
We did.
Yes.
Well, have a good weekend. It's beautiful out there right now. Hopefully you're outside not watching us. Take care, folks.